Hello, this is a part of my presentation on how to stay productive with mobile apps. What I do is usually I chop down every part of my day. First of all, I'm a student athlete, so I gotta use apps that help me with my training. For example, the Nike app and the Garmin app keeps me motivated to do my workouts in the morning. The Garmin app is always set up to put everything in not disturb mode when I have to go to sleep. It's usually at 9 p.m. And that helps me to stay on track on my sleeping, because it's very important for student athletes to recover after a workout or a run. The other app is Nike app. That one is also very helpful because it keeps telling me to move around when I'm just sitting down for a long time. And I guess people can make a very good use of those type of apps. Last semester I was taking a fitness class for my GEs, and the main point of that was to use an app that will help us to walk every 30 minutes. It will ring and tell us to move around, and that was the main point of the class, to record on the app and be active throughout our day. Another thing will be apps like Voyager or Robin Hood Snacks. Those are like for people that want to get into like Bitcoin and business and stuff like that. It helps them to have their money saved up in a way where they cannot spend it, but they have it there. I think that's a really good app for people that tend to spend money and they don't make sense of it. I use Voyager for my personal use to keep my money in like a savings account, and I never touch that money because it's just for like emergencies. But the app always reminds me to, if I exceed the money that I have to spend on the day, it will lock my account and tell me that I have reached my goal for the day, and that way it helps me not to spend so much money. So going back to like the health apps, those are, I think, more useful for a lot of people in the US, because in 2018 42% of the American population was under the obese rankings. Like, we had the most people in the United States that didn't do exercise, and those type of apps help you to, like I said before, to walk around and to remind you that you need to move around. Yep.
You pack it in your backpack and then just take it out and start eating it.
Okay, so there's also apps that can help you stay productive during your work. Some of them are Tick-Tock, which is like an app that can help you to organize everything you have to do on your day. Or there's another one called Google Calendar, and that one you put everything you have to do through the day or the week, and it will keep reminding you like 10 minutes 15 minutes before. And I use Google Calendar to do my homework, so it reminds me to do it every day so I don't forget. Or sometimes when I have to submit things after class, it helps me to do it because sometimes I forget. But those are great apps to stay productive during work time. But some people have apps that don't help you to stay productive. For example, Instagram, Snapchat, Facebook. Those are no apps that can help you stay productive if you use them in the wrong way. For example, Instagram, it's been on the rise up for people that like to be. So a lot of people uses Instagram to stay productive and make money. Some of them like to call themselves influencers because they do a certain thing that that a lot of people watches or follows. For example, like student athletes on the past year, they were allowed to partnership with brands that can, for like anything, for like hydration or clothing or anything like that, and all they had to do is like take pictures and promote that brand on their Instagram. It wasn't like that before because of NCAA rules, but now student athletes are taking advantage of it. A lot of them are even making money with them, and I think that's a very good opportunity for them to stand out more in their sport and in their business life, I guess you can say it. Also, Snapchat, there's people that call themselves Snapchat models, I guess. They take pictures and submit them, and a lot of people like to see them. It depends on what the content is about. I usually use Instagram to promote my running. I take pictures when I don't race, and I use Instagram to promote them. I think that's a very productive way to do something while I'm not doing whatever I do during the week. So those are apps that people can use to stay productive: Instagram, running apps, money apps, calendars, everything that can help you to remind yourself that you have something to do during the day. But what I personally do, I have Strava, which is a running app again, and it helps me to track my mileage for the week and to see where I'm at, usually during season. It also helps my coach to check everyone on the team to make sure that they're doing their work, they're doing their runs and their workouts during the summer when we don't usually meet together. That app also helps my coach to keep us on track. It helps me to stay on track as well. Other one I use is Instagram, like I said before. I use it to promote my running and my pictures. I use the money app, which helps me to save my money and not waste on anything unnecessary. And I guess apps have been revolutionary throughout these all years, because before it was more of using the internet for stuff, and now you can have everything in your phone. Like, you can do your homework on your phone, you can check your finances on your phone, you can have fun on your phone while being productive. And I think apps are gonna keep evolutionating to the point that we won't even have to use a laptop anymore. Like, it's a good example, like when we were in school during the pandemic, Zoom was a good app to stay in school, to stay productive. It helped a lot of students not to drop out of school, because with the pandemic a lot of students drop out of school because they didn't like the way things were going, so they thought everything was over, like they were never gonna come back to class. And Zoom actually helped a lot of students, and it helped me to stay motivated, because even though it was online, we were still able to see the professor, to learn face to face, I guess you can say it like that, instead of a class where it's asynchronous or asynchronous, where you just do the work and never meet your professor or your classmates. So I guess Zoom was a good app during the pandemic. Another app that also was on the rise was Tick-Tock, even though it's a very unproductive app for a lot of people. For creators, it was a very good way to make money during the pandemic when they were not working. It helped a lot of people to create content and to do things that they were good at. And now they're doing better than we were actually doing before the pandemic. For example, I have a teammate that he started doing YouTube videos about his running, about how he stayed motivated during the pandemic on TikTok, and now he has more than 1 million followers on TikTok. So it just depends on how people uses the apps, I guess. You can stay motivated and be productive, or you can just lose your time and use random apps that are not gonna help you to stay productive.